And so that one to drop and gets us backward to where we were the first time. And up now again. Looking at the number 43 right now with Smith. For these Fostoria Redmonds, so Smith going to be away for it. Dawson Smith, the right fielder for today. Having a 222 average so far this year. We'll try to be up for another. Fostoria has 2 on right now with Ramlow getting a bunt and Norton throwing over to second because they think they have the man, and no, they don't. He'll be safe there. So 5-0 top of the second inning. 0-1 count now. Gets us away. So on the 0-1, we'll try for it again. And Ramlow up. The bunt in. And miss. Strike 2. So the 0-2 count now for Ramlow is what we'll have. So Ramlow now getting it. 0-2. The throw on in. And that's going to be wild. Advance. And now base is loaded. And the number 21 to come up. Of long hair and all, Velasquez. Going to get it for the Fostoria Redmond here. Amarius Velasquez. So now he'll wait and we'll be back. Getting it set here. 0-1 count. They're trying for it. Ramlow gets him on an 0-2 now. Velasquez this year batting 152. That seems to be kind of a common trend almost as to what's actually going on. So an 0-2, Ramlow to throw another ball into the dugout. And there you have it. Rain making them go by quicker. And next one in. Ramlow here to get him. Strike 3. That's an out. And Velasquez to be gone for out number 2. And we'll be right back with Emmanuel Jimenez Reza, the 8th man in the order, also pitcher for these Fostoria Redmond. Batting 8th, and then we'll have Barrett Hernandez, the center fielder, on deck. So 2 on, 5-0 for Eastwood with the 2 out. And Ramlow to throw that one in, strike 1, so an 0-1 count. And now you have 2 out as well. So Ramlow looks, gets it in. That's in the dirt. Norton going to find that wild. And one going to try to come home, and no, he's out. No, he's safe. They'll say he got there in time, so that makes it 5-1 Fostoria. They're coming in today with 3 losses, 2 of those to Genoa, and losing 22-2 to Lake. Time called. Ramlow throwing another ball in. And now back again. We'll try for it. 1-1 count here. Ramlow gets it in with the 2 on, and that's going to be Manuel Menez-Reza going out behind us. 1-2 now. And we'll have to be back at square one. So Jimenez-Reza up. And we'll try it. 1-2 count now. Waiting for it. It goes through. Curveball in. Strike 3 to end the top. Ramlow to record another. And we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Connor Norton up. And now we'll try for it here. Steps into that box. And Emmanuel Jimenez-Reyes still on the mound. He has yet to record a strikeout after one inning played. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Eastwood got 5 in the previous one. And Fostoria going to answer back when they get 1 in the top of the second inning. 0-1 count there as well for Norton. And so he'll be back where we started. Norton going to get it in. And that's going to be knocked out to center. That's going to be a chase for it. Will it drop? And yet will. It's going to go past the center fielder's head, but that'll be a single. And now Drew Kashmarek up. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmarek. And now Kashmarek up. As if nothing has happened. And, you know, he's got quite the game going on right now. Norton, it's a fly out into center. Past Hernandez, and now you'll have him at first. And with Kashmarek up, we'll go. 0-0 count out. Norton going to steal, but a rocket thrown by Wilmerth, and he's going to be called safe anyways, though, so he'll be at second. And so now, first pitch goes in for Kashmarek. 0-1 count is what the umpire will rule. Just barely hearing him from over in here, but now Drew going to take it inside, ball 1 for the count. So now an even 1-1. For Kashmarek, Reza at 51 thrown as well. It's going to be interesting to find out what else can happen. So the 1-2, Kashmarek going to hit a high popper. Norton might have to go back, and that's still, though, going to be way out. 1-2 count. Now we'll have it. So Drew going to get back in, but there's Coach Leedy coming out. It looks like he's giving another lineup or so. But now Drew going to get back into the line. Batter's box already faded. Seems no sign of it, even especially on the right side. So the 1-1. Norton. And now there's a bit of a situation, but he'll be safe after the pickoff attempt there, getting forced to go back. Took off just a tad early. And so now an 0-1, nobody out. We'll roll. And time called. Kashmarek gets back in, 1-1. Eastwood hoping to score another in the dirt. Ball 2, so a 2-1 count for Kashmarek. And we'll get it back again. So on a 2-1, nobody out. Gonna find it. Raise it a look back. And goes through, down low. Kashmarek not getting at it. So a 3-1 count. And Paul Otzenizer on deck. So we had a 3-1, nobody out. Goes in, and that's way high. Kashmarek not wanting it, and he's going to take a trip for Paul Otzenizer up. The designated hitter, number 28, Paul Otzenizer. And now let's get back to it again. Ball here. On the 0-0, finds it, ground ball over. That's going to be the throw to first, and that will be dropped. He's safe. Jack Sensenig up. The third baseman, number 21, Jack Sensenig. And so now Sensenig up. In bottom of the second inning, 5-1. Bases loaded now for Sense. Be quite a test of time here to see what he can do. Sense at 6 RBIs here this season. Might get number 7, and that's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. And now we'll get after it. 5-1 still the score. That could definitely change as nobody is out. That's going to be high, ball 2, so a 2-0 count for Sensenig here. So now on the 2-0, we'll try again. Going to find it, get it in. That's going to be by him, but he's going to have to duck for that 3-0 count. Not seen a strike this at-bat once. And we'll keep it waiting. The rain's still coming down here. And we'll find it. Goes through. Strike 1 finally. 3-1 count for Sense. He's 1 for 1 today. And so quite the turn of events here that we see. And that's going to go through. That's going to be low. And he's going to take a trip. As Sense will come over. And now Brady Ramlow up. The pitcher, number 7, Brady Ramlow. So now Ramlow going to be up here, and we'll get a move on Eric Hepler on deck after the last take a trip. And strike 1, so an 0-1 count. 6-1 Eastwood, bases still loaded into our favor. So now a 6-1. Ramlow going to wait for that. Not going for it. Ball 1. So a 1-1 count. Away we have it here. Now on a 1-1. Nobody out. Sensenig at first. Lotzenizer at second. Kashmerick at third. As we'll find our next ball. Ball 2 for Ramlow. And we'll wait for it. And another one in. And so that's going by just a tad more. 3-1 count. And so now we'll have that one. The 3-1 gets in for Ramlow. Contact made over to third. That's going to drop. And Kashmerick will come home. They're going to try to get more. So Lotz and I are going to come home from second. And now Eric Hepler up. The second baseman, number 9, Eric Hepler. And the Trap King is up. I was like, hey, what's up below? And he will be like that right now to Jimenez Reza. He will be up. 6-1 the score for Eastwood. Add 2 to that. 8-1 is what we have. 3 scored already in this inning. Nobody out. And Hepler going to wait on it. It does for ball 1. So a 1-0 count now. And we'll be away. Cam Shoemaker on deck right now. So now you have it. And the bunt attempt there going to go away in time, however. 2-0 count for what could have been the squeeze bunt there. We were definitely expecting it. Does not go in, however. 2-0 count. Nobody out. So Hepler going to find another one. The bunt goes in, but that's going to be way out foul. And that's going to be strike 1. So a 2-1 count now for Hepler. We'll have Sensenig over at or excuse, yeah, we'll have Sensenig over at second and Ramlo at first. Quite the year so far for Hepler. Being on varsity this season for his first time. Hepler at a 263 average, 8 RBIs. Could find number 9. At least we hope. 3-1. So now we wait again. So 3-1, nobody out. And gets back away to take it again. Hepler gets in, and that's strike 2, full count. Barely gets in inside at the right time. And so now that's really all you can do is just anticipate it. And we'll wait more. Full count. Hepler gets in. Contact made on the curveball that goes right down. That's going to be out to Cooley in left, who catches it. And Cam Shoemaker will be up. Number 5, Cam Shoemaker. Now Shoemaker going to be up, and now back. We wait for it. So Shoemaker, the left fielder. 8-1. Bit of discussion here as to what is going on. But 8-1. Caden Donnell on deck. Again. That'll be ball 1. 1-0 count and the out here. So on a 1-0, the 1 out goes in the dirt, wild. And Ramlo's going to go, and so is Sense. So now 2 are in scoring position. That play definitely makes sense there. How about it? 2-0 count, 1 out. And Cam Shoemaker will be back up again. So the 2-0 for Shoemaker. Looks for it and waits. 3-0 now and 1 out. Caden Donnell on deck, but Shoemaker this year had a 250 average with 6 RBIs. Could find number 7 here. Or load the bases for Donnell again, as you saw earlier. And that's going to be strike 1, saves it. 3-1 now for Cam. We have 1 out here. As you have it. It'll be high, ball 4, and he's going to take a trip for Caden Donnell to come up again. The shortstop, number 4, Caden Donnell. And so now Donnell up. And we'll have it for our mound visit, and situation could be having a new pitcher here, just waiting. And looks like we will have so. And just waiting for it, and confirmation. Stepping up now looks to be the number 21 of Amirius Velasquez. Now pitching for the Fostoria Redmen, number 21, Amirius Velasquez. And so he's going to belt a couple in and going to wait for it. And now we'll wait just a tad. 1 out. And we're going to get through to waiting, and we'll be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. Alrighty, let's take you right back to the top of where we left off. Caden Donnell at an 0-1 count. And Velasquez going to be on the mound. Jimenez Reza finishes with 62 pitches thrown. And some more to get home there. And so, gonna try for it. Oh, and now we get started. 1-0 count for Donnell. Originally read 0-1, but they switched it. And so now we get back. Bases loaded again. Donnell going to get contact with that. That's going way out with 1 out. Could be in territory for a fly out, and that's going to drop, actually. And so bases load again. Sensiting to come home for Brock Messinger. The left fielder, number 3, Brock Messinger. And so now Brock going to be up. And trying for it. Norton on deck. Bases loaded again. 9-1 now our score, folks. And so that'll be outside. Ball 1, 1-0 count. And an out here. So on the 1-0, and an out goes in. Strike 1 there for Messinger. On the 1-1 count now with an out. Gonna wait for it, and we will be right back. Going at it again. On the 1-1, out. And goes. Messinger gonna hit a straight out shot into left. Gonna drop right in front of Cooley. Ramlow to come home, and now let's see Connor Norton. The catcher, number 2, Connor Norton. And so looking for another run, 10-1 after that. Bases still loaded with nobody out, and Eastwood getting the lead here that they needed. And so now looking ahead to start something. Low in the dirt, ball 1. So that's a 1-0 count and an out at hand. And now here we go again. The 1-0. Norton going to find it. Takes contact of it, and that's going to be ruled foul just in front of him. 1-1 now. Between him and Velasquez. And so now we're waiting for something here of what will arise from this. The NBC right now looking like Eastwood needs to win today to at least share the NBC. Maumee playing Northview right now. We have not had an update on that. So now, and we'll get a move on. So Norton up. That's going to be a wild pitch and out. Shoemaker using his running back speed gets home. And there's that run that you needed. 11-1. Eastwood takes a 10-run lead in the bottom of the second inning. And so looking at Maumee right now, and they're playing against Northview. That is a 6-0 lead for the Northview Wildcats over Maumee. And right now, Oak Harbor also playing Clay. So, looking for that 2-1 count now with an out. We'll try for it. Donnell over at third. It looks like Messinger at second. We have no word on that game right now of Clay and Oak Harbor. But back again. Norton on a 2-2. Gets for another one here. And so at the 2-2 we go. And that's going to be chopped over to the third base side. Going to be picked up and going to try to get the throw in time. And I don't think they did, but here comes Drew Kashmerek. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmerek. And looks like Norton's going to come back to the dugout, so he will get out. 2 outs, 2-2 count now. But Eastwood to score there, so they get a 12-1 lead now. Scored 7 in this inning and then 5 in the top of the first. Just a good hot start there, and going to be by Cashmere's head. 0-0 count, or a 1-0 count now after that, and 2 out. Now for Cashmere, and 2 out here. So now we'll wait for it again. 1-1. For the 2 out, goes through. Cashmere gets a good piece of that and gonna knock it way over. 1-2 count now, a 2 out. So now we'll wait for it. Velasquez on the mound right now. And gonna wait for something. The 1-2, 2 out. Looking to start something here. And that's way out. 2-2 count now. And Messinger coming home off the wild pitch. And lucky number 13 there. Eastwood gonna get a 13-1 lead just like that. So on to 2-2. Waiting for it. Paul Lotzenizer on deck right now. So 2-2 again. And Cashmere just going to get hit by that, and he's going to take a trip for the 10th time today. An Eastwood player will. And now Paul Lotzenizer up. The designated hitter, number 28, Paul Lotzenizer. And so now we'll start it. And 2 out here. And that's wild and out. 1-0 count. 2 out. Here you have it. 13-1 after the 8th run. Cashmere over at first. And now you'll have it, and that's going to be popped up. And he knows it. And that's just going to drop foul. Nobody got there. Looked for a second it dropped fair, but no, it doesn't. That's fouled. And so Cashmere going to have to walk all the way back over to first base. The 1-1 count. So on the 1-1, you have it. And the 2 out here. Lotzenizer going to take it. That's going to be outside, but ruled strike 2 back in. Just found the right place, I suppose. But now we wait again. And we're at a 2-1 count for Lotzenizer. So he's got another one in. Going to wait for that. That's strike 3. And now we'll be done. And we're going to take ourselves a break here. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. All right, we're going to be back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. We get back to it here for Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media, starting the top of our third inning. I'm Dan Ridenauer for you. We still got Brady Ramlow up. And now, Giovanni, number 13, of Barrett Hernandez up. They finally get to their ninth man, and that's going to be a ground ball over, and that's going to be there for the out in time. Beautiful play there by Donnell to get that ball over to Kashmerick. And now we're going to have the leadoff man, number 22, again in the lineup for the Fostoria Redmond, Xavier Wilmarth. So with one out to be recorded there, back to where we begin. So now we have it. And not sure what's going on here, but oh, we're good. All right, 13-1. 0-1 count in the dirt, though. Thrown by Ramlow. Oh, and hold on a minute. 0-1 count. And right now we're back at it again. And so now we'll be right back in for it, high and up. Just waiting for it. 2-1 count. And Ramlow still going on the mound. Now a 2-1. Gets it back and through. Ducks for under it, however. Now that's a 3-1. Ramlow to get a drier ball at least. So now we'll wait for it again. In the left-handed spot. Down by 12 right now. And that'll go under. And that's strike two, so a 2-2 count now. One out. Number 19, a Mason Cooley on deck, the left fielder for Fostoria. So 2-2 gets it, and that's going to be over the head of Kashmerick. And he's going to get all the way over to first. And now we'll see it again for Cooley. So Cooley up now. And just getting the style that he needs and finding out where to go from here. Gets one on finally. And so Cooley going to be at it. .455 average this year. He leads the Fostoria Redmen, who have a team average of .248 when it comes to batting. And now we'll wait for it again. Go back. And that will go inside. That's going to be 1-0 count with an out there. And so now back again we are. Goes in and through. That curveball for strike one. So a 1-1 count now, and we have the out. That'll get us away here. So a 1-1. The out and goes. Runner to go. Norton going to get a throw, and that's going to be caught by Donnell, saving it from going to the outfield. He'll be safe on the stolen base there. But it's a 1-2 count, and we have one out. So at a 1-2 count now, and we have one out. Goes back again. And a runner going. Went early. Back to Ramlow, just going to get it at first. And the runner trying to come home. And Norton not getting the tag in time, but he does. Beautiful play there by Norton. What a tag there. And a miracle there that he's able to get that one going up, down almost. What a play. And we're going to be right back. This is for the bottom of the third inning. Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Alrighty, with the rain coming down just a little harder, we're back here for Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. I am Dan Ridenour, and here we go. Jack Sensenig up again. The rain pouring a tad more, and that's going to go away. That'll be ball one, so a 1-0 count. And now we have it. And so now you wait. That's in the dirt, ball two, so a 2-0 count for Sensenig here in the bottom of our third inning. Halfway there, folks, in a chilly, cold Tuesday of baseball. So now that'll go back again on a 2-0. Make that 3, so a 3-0 count here. Going for it again. Rain's starting to come down a little harder. Spirit's still high for Eastwood. Brady Ramlow on deck. That'll be strike one thrown to sense. So a 3-1 count now. Gets us away here. Quite the day for him. 152 average this year, and he's going to walk. So now Brady Ramlow up after he'll take a trip. Your pitcher, number 7, Brady Ramlow. So with Ramlow up after the 11th, take a trip. Sense will be on first base. Eric Hepler up again. That's inside, ball one, so a 1-0. After that, waiting ahead for it here. Quite anything possible. So Ramlow going to take another, ball two. No, strike one. Barely on the inside. And there you have it, folks. 1-1 count for Ramlow. Nobody out. Takes it again, goes through, inside. And that's going to be ruled as strike two, so a 1-2 count. And now we'll wait for it again here. Ramlow chasing that, strike three. And that'll be a strikeout for Hepler now. Coming up, the second baseman, number 9, Eric Hepler. So now Hepler up after the 1 out. And that'll be high and away. Ball one, so a 1-0 count and an out here. Gets us looking for something. And we'll try it away. Ball two after the wild and out to Hepler. 2-0 count. And strike going to be ruled. And so on the 2-0 and an out here. Hepler looking to have it. And the out goes through and in. Strike one. So we're at a 2-1 count now. And we'll go back again. So on the 2-1. To find it goes in. That's strike two. So a 2-2 count. And now we'll wait for it again. Next one coming in, that's full count, so a 3-2 with an out. And goes in away. As that'll be ball 4. And there goes Hepler as we'll see him go by. He's going to take a trip for Cam Shoemaker to come up. The left fielder, number 5, Cam Shoemaker. And so now Shoemaker up. Waiting for it again after the walk. 2 on. Sensenig at second. And Hepler at first. Caden Donnell on deck. He'll come back up again. On an 0-0 goes through. That's ball one, so a 1-0 count. And a single out here. On the 1-0 back again for Shoemaker. Down low, ball two, so a 2-0 is what we'll have here. So Cam Shoemaker up. Still waiting for it, and a 1 out. As we have a injured player. We're going to have to take a look at that. We'll be right back. And so we should be back. Velasquez still on the mound for Cam Shoemaker here after a bit of an injury timeout. And now, waiting for it again, Shoemaker going to step in. But, you know, with who Velasquez right now on the mound, he's reminding me a lot of Corey Clevenger from the Cleveland Guardians, or I guess they were the Indians at the time. But when he used to play for them, Corey Clevenger, man, oh man, was he quite the guy. I remember when he had the hair for the Cleveland Guardians, and when Mike Clevenger had that, I mean, wow, that was quite the day. 3-0 now, though, for Shoemaker. And a 3-0. 1 out and goes through, and that's strike two for one. The deal there, 3-1 count. And Shoemaker steps back in. On a 3-1 here with the out. We'll have it, and that'll be inside. No, that'll be strike two, 3-2 count. So now the 3-2. Something here. And that'll be wide over, and that's going to be underneath over at first. And we have a pitching change, actually, after the run to score, and Caden Donnell up. The shortstop, number 4, Caden Donnell. So now with Donnell up, we now have a 14-1 game, if I'm not mistaken. It must have just advanced. Waiting back again here. We'll try it. Donnell going to get contact. That's going to ride the line. Fair ball. Sensenig comes home. Eric Hepler comes home. Shoemaker not going to come home. He'll stay at third. And Donnell gets to second. And let's see Brock Messinger up. Your center fielder, number 3, Brock Messinger. And there you have it, 15-1 now, the score for Eastwood. Gonna get a couple more home. And they'll be inside, ball one, so a 1-0 with the out. Shoemaker at third right now, at second. After the two score. So 1-0 comes in. Makes it 1-1 as Messinger. And so Fostoria on their third pitcher of the game. Boston Trent switching places over at third base. So all ones. 1-1 and 1 out goes in. That'll make it a 2-1 count now in the lead of Messinger here. So there you have it. And Messinger takes another. That's ball 3, so a 3-1 count. Here, and they're not quite a big attendance crowd here, but we're still here. 2-1, now 3. Goes in, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Ball 4, nobody goes. But Messinger going to go over to first. He's going to take a trip. And there you have another one. Connor Norton up. Take a trip. And there you have another one. Connor Norton up. Number 2, Connor. And Norton up. Here you have it now. Norton going to try to get his feet back into it. And now here we'll go. And that'll be strike 1, so the 0-1 count here. Gets it away. And an out. Still moving along. After the 1 out, going through it again. Bases loaded here for Norton. Gets it through and away. And Connor really looking for something here. Been quite a year now for him, especially in the batting side of things. 357 average, looking for his 19th RBI right now on an 0-1 count. Now definitely could be the time that he gets it. So moving back along. Runners don't move. With Drew Kashmarek on deck. So all ones ruled on our board for Norton. Gonna go through the 1-1 in. Norton goes. That's strike 3. He's gone. And Drew Kashmarek to come up. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmarek. And back will go and trying it. Kashmarek up. And so now with an 0-0 count, 2 outs here on our board and away. And that will be roll. It seems to be a ball. So 1-0, 2 out. And Kashmarek here with the bases loaded. And that's going to be ball 2, so a 2-0 count. Looking away there. So on the 2-0. 2 out here. Waiting for another inside, and that's strike 1 for Kashmarek. So a 2-1 count here and a couple of outs. And so now they'll find it, and that's going to be all the way into left, chasing it out and right, and it's going to drop past the right fielder for Fostoria. So now Donnell will score, Messinger will score, and we will have Paul Lotzenizer up. The designated hitter, number 28, Paul Lotzenizer. And so now 18-1 your score, 3 going on for that, and we could see another change. We will be right back, though, after this visit. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And this break is quite longer than usual, but we're back. Paul Watsonizer up, and I am Dan Ridenour. And here we go again. First pitch thrown by Dawson Smith. The fourth pitcher for Fostoria this game will be ball one. So a 1-0 count, 18-1 our score with 2 outs. So now we'll get moving and waiting to start something here. And so now that'll be a 2-0 count. After that one's going to knock. So a 2-0, and now 2 out, gets it through, and goes in, outside, way, round. 3-0 count now is what you give. And so just sticking with it. 2-1. And goes in again for Lotzenizer. Now we have 3-1. That'll be wild and out. So a 3-1 count and 2 outs here. As another one goes in for Lotzenizer, and that's ball 4, so he's going to take a trip. And now Jack Sensenig going to be up, and here we go again. The third baseman, number 21, Jack Sensenig. And so now Sense going to be up. 0-0 count with 2 out. And going to wait for it. Strike 1. So an 0-1 count here with 2 out. And waiting for it a tad more. 2 on base now, and Lotzenizer and Kashmerek. And that'll be another one. Ball 1, so a 1-1 count. In the bottom of the third. And going to try again. That'll be strike 1. So a 1-1 count after that. 2 out. Sense will be up. And going to take it. So a 1-1. It looks to get set. And that's going to be ground over to short. And going to try it in time. And going to get it. And so Lotzenizer not in time over to second. He's on and then out. So we are going to head to the top of the 4th inning. We will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome everybody back to Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. The 7v7 battle between Brady Ramlow and the number 7 for the Fostoria Redmen as of Trent Smith, who will miss it. Strike 1, 0-1 count for starters here, and that'll be an 0-1. Ramlow to get it in now. And now that will go over to Donnell. Going to just get the easy throw over. He's out. And that'll be 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So now we have our number 10 up for the Fostoria Redmond Boston Trent. And we'll get it here. And first pitch in there, that'll be strike one, so the 0-1 count. And now we have it again. Waiting just a tad more. 0-1 count, and the out gets in, strike two, so the 0-2. We have one out here. And now the 0-2 and goes in. Ball knocked, 1-2 count now. So now we wait. That'll be a 1-2. Back again, we have it. And the out, Ramlo gets it in. The throw knocked. And that's going to be over. Kashmeric looking to chase. And that's just going to be too far to go. Going to be outside of our field. And that will be a 1-2 count now back for the out. That we will have. So a 1-2 count. The out here. Top of the fourth inning. Boston Trent here up to the plate battling. Been quite the guy to do so. 322 average this year for the Fostoria Redmond. As now we'll have our out. Brady Ramlo also on the mound still for a complete game inside. 2-2 count now. And we'll wait for it again. So the 2-2 in and out. And goes high, ball three, so a full count, 3-2. And an out. So Ramlo going to get another ball here. And we have an out. So on the full count, the out goes through. And that'll be down low, then up. Strike three for Ramlo. Trent going to go 1 for 1 today. That's the next K there for Ramlo. Number 5 today. And then now we'll have the number 27 up on this mound of Blake Hernandez. And we'll keep them going here with 2 outs. Curveball in, strike 1. So an 0-1 count with 2 out. And goes inside. That'll be ball 1. So a 1-1 count, 2 out. And we'll get it back again. Ramlo throws in, and that's going to be knocked over. Fostoria coach there to grab it. And now a 1-2 count and 2 out here, as we'll be back. So a 1-2 goes in and gonna try it, and that will not be strike 3. That'll be ball 2. 2-2 count now with 2 outs. Waiting for it again here. Quite the day as well. That's strike 3 and the out there by Ramlo. Really, real good. And that'll be a 6K. So top of the 4th inning, we'll conclude. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. And this might be it. Looks like they're going to try to call it. They played it, and now that will be it. And now the 18-1 in this game for the Eastwood final score here. A great game in and of itself. Ends on a strikeout. Eastwood needed this one to at least split part of the NBC. Now they will be at 12-2. Fostoria will go to 0-13. But with Oak Harbor, they're playing Clay right now. So we're going to just look out for that, just see how they're playing, their kind of style things. Maumee playing Northview, again, doesn't fully matter. But tomorrow when we host Maumee, to outright win the NBC, we need that one. And we want to get it. But this is huge for your Eagles. And so now we'll have it. And congratulations, Eastwood. We'll be right back, and we're going to be here tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour signing off, and I got 2 words for you. Game over, NBC.